But what little people know is that France still used the guillotine as its form of the death penalty up until the late 70s when they actually banned the death penalty. And there's a very easy way to test it. Only a split second of pain for the inmate, and it's done. I think as an American society, there might be, I don't know why we are so hesitant to use other methods, but we want to just like stick a needle in somebody and watch them die. It's like we want to take the death aspect out of it, but the death penalty is always going to be a messy thing, or it's always going to be a nasty thing that we don't want to deal with. But we want to deal punishment to the most heinous of criminals.
I think we're getting into a slippery slope when we go back to guillotining people in the United States.
Well, it wouldn't be public. It would be because it's not. We're not going to have like everyone gathered up in New York City. It's like, hey,
in
Wall
public
Street.
Square.
Yeah, it's not going to be a public square. We're just because France, they took away the public square back in the early 20th century. They did it behind closed doors like we do the death penalty. It's not going to be
where there's still an audience. There's a whole room with glass for 30 people to sit.
But then what's the difference between seeing a guy gasp for life for a few minutes versus a head falling off?
I think Saudi Arabia would say a big difference because they still behead people.
If we want to have the most humane form of punishment, the guillotine is quite possibly it. Okay. I mean, for the prisoner. I mean, if you had the choice, what would you choose? The injection, which you could be sitting there for 10 minutes in agonizing pain, or the guillotine?
I think if I had a choice, I'd say two things. I'd choose to live in a just country that didn't torture its prisoners, and I'd ask the state to bring some doctors in to ask what they thought was more humane. Lethal injection or having your head cut off. I don't know what a doctor's opinion is on that, but I think based on the Constitution, the doctors are probably going to come down on lethal injection. But I'm not an expert.
I'm taking lethal injection myself. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yes. To answer your question.